Hello everybody and welcome to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events, recording this Monday evening, January the 2nd at about 6:50 early this evening. A lot of talk about there. We're now following our next weather maker and it arrives, who knows, Thursday or late Friday. So many differences in the models, okay? It's the GFS, the American model, versus the rest of the world. So real battle as to which model is going to get this right. Now, the GFS is run 4 times a day. You've heard me rant about this. It comes up with 4 different solutions. Yesterday, it brought back some snow amounts that, raised eyebrows with one of its runs. It was the noon run. And then later on, the evening run, it came back and it was further north with the track of that storm system. And therefore it was rain, which I didn't buy that northern track. And then it came back later on. The next run, it was further south. And the next one was, more of the same, further south, and would bring us snow. While all this flip-flopping is going on at the GFS, over here in this corner is the Canadian and the European computer model showing the same. Very consistent. Now, they're not without their flaws. The European did take away any chance for snow at one point and brought back to what it was looking like before. So there's so much uncertainty with timing. I'm going to do my very best to explain to you the challenges that we're facing with this. So to do that, I've got to start here with the European computer model. Let me go here. This is the European computer model, 500 millibars, okay? We're looking at about 20,000 feet up. You see that that's a disturbance. It's an area of low pressure aloft. You see a disturbance here, a disturbance here. This is what we're watching here just off the coast of the Pacific Northwest. This is valid Tuesday morning, by the way. So this is a very key feature when the cold air comes in on Wednesday and what happens with this. So that's the European, and it comes out and it's very flat looking with it. It kind of stretches out the storm system, and it would not result in much in the way, if any, snowfall. Very little snowfall with that. You see the gray area here. There's the blue line, the 540 thickness line. This is by early Friday morning. So the time period that the time period the European shows is probably Thursday into very early Friday. So it shows very light amounts, but enough for some minor accumulations. And that rain snow line is far enough south that this would be mostly snow, and it's very cold. So what does the European show for amounts? Again, this is all I showed this on the air. There's the Arctic front towards the south. This is late Friday, total amounts showing an inch or less. Okay, so that's the European computer model. Now let's look at the GFS. This is valid. I just grabbed this. This is valid Wednesday at noon. There's that system right there. You see that? Coming on shore. And I don't think we're going to know the models aren't going to handle this until it does get ashore and get sampled. So this is what the GFS has been doing. This is late Friday. It's more amplified and bundled up and consolidated into one area, which makes it a stronger system and is able to crank out more moisture. That slows it down, so this would not come in until Friday night into Saturday morning. That slows it down and brings in more moisture. So this is what it looks. This is what it looks like at the surface. Surface low tucked in right here along the Gulf Coast. There's the 540 line, and you see heavier. It's still light, but for snow, that would bring in accumulating snows into Arkansas according to the GFS. And then this is it's showing a good swath of snow across the state. So again, take that with a grain of salt. It's the GFS against the rest of the world, because look, here's the Canadian, and it looks like the European all stretched out with that. It's not got that consolidated area at 500 millibars. So I hope I have done my best to kind of clarify why there are differences and hesitation. I'm showing you those snowfall amounts in this blog video. Remember, those are not forecasts. That's guidance. Which one are you going to believe? Do you believe the erratic GFS, or do you the steady as she goes Euro and Canadian, among other models? So I am a snow lover. I'm rooting for the GFS. Believe me, I'm go GFS, but I also want to be right. So like I said, I don't think we're going to know how this is going to play out until probably that system gets ashore and gets sampled by the upper air network. There was one other map I wanted to show you. I told you no matter what, we're going to get cold. And this is just to show you Friday noon temperatures according to the European. In the entire state, noon Friday is below freezing. So that's the one thing we're very confident about, is we're going to get cold. I'll tell you another thing that we're not completely sure on. How long does that cold stick around? Great question. Does it come in and out? I think it's going to come in and out, and then there will be more coming behind that. So I don't think I kind of hesitate about locking and holding. So, but we'll see. Let's concentrate on what's going to happen. Again, the GFS is slower. The European is faster. Big differences. And usually the European leads the way. But maybe the GFS is onto something. So it's, no matter how you slice and dice it, it's going to be a challenging weather week ahead. Thank you very much for coming to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events.